active noise cancellation in its most advanced form in 2019, and the clash between probably the best headphones on the market right now supporting this feature. I'll tell you up front, there is no clear winner, and what we want to explore is which one of these in which areas is better. Bose QC35 Generation 2 against SONY 1000XM3. Here we go. Welcome to the Tech4O channel, my name is Michael, and today we review headphones that have more processing power than many outdated smartphones. First of all, let's quickly summarize what is noise cancellation. Being active means that there is processing. Modern active noise cancellation is generally achieved through the use of digital signal processing, and algorithms analyze the waveform of the background noise and then, based on the specific algorithm, generate a signal that will either phase shift or invert the polarity of the original signal, meaning that these headphones actually listen and study to your surroundings and, based on the loudness, generate signals which eliminate it. Because you may achieve something like a total silence even on a noisy street, these are a great companion for journeys, airplanes, crowded places where you need some peace of mind, or just for audio and music fans. These may even satisfy a lot of audiophiles because, while primarily advertised as wireless Bluetooth headsets, there also is the option for wired connection. Starting with the packaging and accessories, both of them are in fact quite well protected and well packed. Good portability for their scale, and you will notice very slight differences in the carrying boxes. You will of course get the feeling of taking out something premium, which very well suits the price tag of around $350 for each of them. The Bose QuietComfort 35 Generation 2 retains the overall aesthetics of the original QC35. There's an upgrade with the materials. They are built from glass-filled nylon that gives them a sturdier build. The headband is leather padded, and you will find soft ear pads to provide pleasant comfort for long-term listening. Because every human being here has different size and shape, could be that you may feel more comfortable with the headset that someone else will find uncomfortable. So if you ever get the chance to test and try both, do it, as it will really give you the idea of which one feels more comfortable for you. But looking into the opinions online, and also based on the extensive testing and feedback from a few people around me, looks like the prolonged use of the Bose model feels a bit more comfortable. Few words about the design of the 1000XM3 by Sony, where we can actually criticize removing the false leather ear cups in exchange for a plastic shell, and we tend to not associate plastic with premium devices. On the other side, Sony claimed to have improved the ergonomics from the previous generation, and now it fits to the head and the ears in a more gentle way. The Sony model is slightly heavier than the Bose, despite the more plastic design. While the XM3 model is available in black and silver only, Bose is raising the bar with many colors to choose from, as well as the option to make your own custom design if you're ready to pay extra $50. Next, let's explore the controls. Bose are a little more conservative. You have more physical buttons. On the ear cup, there is a power pairing switch that offers a strong recoil when pressed. The right rear is where you'll find the volume and the play and pause buttons, while the left ear cup hosts the new dedicated action button to enable noise cancelling modes, which is quite useful because you have a very quick way to enable or disable it should you want to reconnect to the outside world. Sony have done a spectacular job with the touch panel. It is responsive to swipe gestures and performs commands seamlessly. Tapping on the sensor provides control over the calls and playback, plus swipe up and down for the volume and left-right for the track navigation. Two physical buttons are located below the touch panel, and they are dedicated for listening modes and the power. While I'm a fan of hardware buttons and just enjoy using them more, we have to admit that Sony seem to have done a better job with their model here. Sound quality, the next topic that we will talk about, and knowing the history of both companies, the results here are not a big surprise. Outstanding. While the difference is not too big, you will notice better bass on the Sony, and also the mid and high range are probably slightly richer. Also, Sony's smartphone app gives additional controls and fine-tuning of the sound. The truth is that These headphones are so well designed that it is hard to say that what you listen to is wireless based when listening without a cable. Perhaps only a professional audio engineer will be capable of making the difference between playing via Bluetooth or via an audio cable. So yeah, sound-wise, looks like we're giving another point to Sony, but note that if you're looking for more natural sound, perhaps closer to studio monitoring sound, the QC35 leans towards that. Lack of equalizer can be compensated via software adjustments, and more Android smartphones have an integrated system equalizer. Since we already talked about software, the smartphone apps are also here, and besides following up on the status and performing basic config, you can of course control the noise cancellation level. Sony adds room effects and multiple sound customization settings. The calibration on the Sony app seems to be easier and more intuitive. You're generating your own personal setting, which is usually the right way to provide the best possible outcome. No equalizer with the Bose yet, but keep in mind that could be added as a software feature in the future. Still, you will most likely enjoy more using the Sony app. Both headphones go beyond the ordinary sound experience. Sony are offering integration of a voice assistant function, which can let you control Google Assistant, Alexa or Siri, and of course you have embedded microphone which lets you make calls from your mobile in the meanwhile. Bose also offers support for Google Assistant and Alexa, however the latter option doesn't support running Spotify, yet hopefully this might arrive as a software update at some point. Also, no alarms and no reminders are currently supported. On the other side, the QC35 model has the advantage of being able to communicate with two devices simultaneously, and you could listen to YouTube from your PC, and you will still be able to answer an incoming call if your mobile is connected at the same time and it is smart enough to interrupt the music playback. On both headsets, the voice assistant operation is configurable and very easy to use. I won't really cover specs like frequency response, NFC support, Bluetooth coverage, and the way of connecting to the headphones because they are so similar that it will be hard to make a difference. The hardware with these headsets is so advanced that most of the performance is dependent on the software progress, and it will be very interesting to see what both companies will offer in terms of upgrades in time. And I have the feeling that in the next few months we may see some pleasant surprises. Funny enough, at the moment of finalizing the review, the Sony 1000XM3 is $348 from Amazon, and the Bose QC35 Series 2 is only $1 more than that. One thing we can say for sure, it is tech healthy to have such a tight competition, and I can't wait to see which is your favorite and why. That's been everything about this episode. A special thanks to Alex, Kirill and Tony, who did a lot of background work, research and testing. And a huge thanks to you for being my guest in the last few minutes. I'm Michael, and I'll see you in the next video.